Castlevania is a classic game series. Sure, today Konami has devalued it to the level of a pachinko game, but back in the day it was a force to be reckoned with. And as with the Mario series, the first 3 Castlevania games had a confusing release history in Japan. Let me explain. So, in Europe and America we had Castlevania, Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, and Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse, all on the NES. Simple. Well, in Japan the very first release was Akumajo Dracula on the Famicom Disk System, closely followed by Vampire Killer on the MSX, separated by only a month. The Disk System release is identical to the NES version in most regards, but being on a disc there's some load times, and like all Disk System games, you have to insert the disc on side A, press start on the title screen, and then flip to side B to start playing, which is kind of annoying. But it's worth it, because you can also save. This makes it so you don't have to replay the whole game every day if you want to practice some more on that part or the other. The load game also has a new bit of music, but it's nothing to write home about. Konami re-released some of their Disk System games on cartridge, and Castlevania was one. But they didn't simply port it, they added an easy mode. This lowers the amount of damage you take down to a single point per enemy, but also removes the knockback effect. Instead of flying backward when you take a hit, you just pause slightly. This makes the game a lot less frustrating, and it should have been like this from the start in my opinion. But on the other hand, I have come to expect being knocked back now, kind of like how you expect Ghosts and Goblins games to make you beat the game twice. It's cruel, but it's part of the game's charm in a way. Castlevania 2 was released on Famicom Disk System in 1987, and was never released on cartridge in Japan. I don't own this version myself, but it also has saving. I don't think there are any other big differences. You still have day to night transitions and heart farming to deal with. Castlevania 3 was released in 1989 in Japan, on cartridge this time, and with a special sound chip that adds another audio channel which makes for improved music. There's also a bunch of small regional differences, and to learn those I recommend that you go to the Cutting Room Floor website. One kind of a big one though is that in the Famicom version, if you die against Dracula you don't get sent way back, but instead you get to restart at the stairs before Dracula, which is great. It is kind of a pain to have the Castlevania Trilogy spread out over 2 systems or add-ons in this way, compared to the simplicity of having all 3 on NES, but I also think that the Japanese versions have pretty big advantages, such as improved music and saving. Famicom for the win.